أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي بها وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. Technically, there is some. Shall we start from the beginning?
This recording.
Okay. Okay. Now, we have been studying the verse وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. So what is wisdom? And who has been given wisdom has been given great good. And what is wisdom? We studied the first principle. Now the second principle. Inshallah. Now we have to make the comparison now. What is wisdom of the Qur'an and the opposite, of course. The opposite idea or opposite of the teachings of revelation is represented here as philosophy. Philosophy means any human reasoning which does not take notice of revelation. And of course, tries to see the world within itself. Because if a person doesn't take the revelation into consideration, not because he's not a Muslim, he's not a Christian, in principle, not taking revelation into consideration means seeing the universe as a closed circle.
Revelation or creation?
No, revelation. Revelation is God's revealed, inspired teaching through the prophets, which are known nowadays as religion. But not every religion is based on revelation. So philosophy means seeing the world. We studied in the first principle the seeing the world as a closed being and has no meaning, happened by itself. We don't know how, happened by itself, and we are trying to understand what it means. Or trying to understand how, what life is, what the universe is, but being strictly conservative about the existence of the universe as not referring to anything other than itself. That is philosophy. But some philosophers may accept divine power or the creator. We are not talking about the philosophers, right? We are not. The author is saying philosophy. Philosophy means try to understand the matter as it is with no meaning it refers to. It means it doesn't really point to anything else, but points to itself. The table is a table. and yes, the earth is an earth, and I want to study earth as it is, and try to benefit from it, use it, utilize it for my own, to uphold or upgrade my life standard until I die. And when I die, everything is finished. That is the definition of philosophy in this book. Not referring to any philosophical école or school, not referring to any philosopher himself or herself. We have to understand. For example, if I speak about the table for itself, just this is the table, it is red, the color is red, and it has 4 legs, it is extendable, portable, whatever. What am I doing? I am philosophizing it. It means I am talking about the table as a philosopher in this definition. Not every philosopher is the same. So far. So when we compare the wisdom of the Quran and wisdom of philosophy, we have to bear in mind that we are not referring to any philosophical school and any philosopher either. Right? So by definition, in the first principle, actually the author is well established by giving the example that one person was a European philosopher and studied the Qur'an of the universe as a collection of papers and the material in it, not the meaning. But he didn't read this, the universe, as a meaningful book, which has an author. Of course, when you say this is a book, it means you are referring to an author. When you say, when you refer it to an author, what are you doing? When you refer it to an author,
you're not stuck in the describing the book, just like the
the universe itself, what the maker meant, which kind of message he is transferring to us through doing all these actions. That is represented by the Quran, revelation. That is the revelation or the Quran as in the language of this book. So another person was a Muslim scholar, and the Muslim scholar knew that it was a book. It means accepted that this is meaningful, and the matter itself cannot produce meaning. The matter itself cannot be the source of the meaning itself, because matter is lifeless, with no conscious, no power to know anything, to learn matter. So this is not only blindly defining that this universe, there is a problem here. As if religion is taken for granted, saying that this universe is created. No. Religion is not taken for granted, but religion is a human conclusion. Religion is a human conclusion. We have to understand.
For the Muslim scholar.
Sorry?
If you were, are you
No,
general?
and a human.
So it's not God sent?
Sorry?
Religion is not God sent?
No, religion is a human thing. As a human, that's what we have to understand. To be a religious man or to follow a religious tradition, first, you don't have to be a Muslim. You have to be a human being. It means you have to use your human qualities. look at the universe and say, does it have a meaning? Can it happen by itself? And if you say, look, I find this collection of matters as meaningful, and matter itself cannot be the source of the meaning. Matter itself cannot aim at a meaning, conveying the meaning, want to tell something. Matter, the particles cannot intend or don't have the capacity to convey the meaning. So as a human being, you say, what is going on there? This universe is meaningful. Let me study the meaning. This attitude is the result of a pure human attitude. We have to be clear about the concepts that we use. We usually say, yeah, we are Muslims, those people who accept religion. Some people don't accept religion, but there is a background for it. And we ourselves also have to go through this background. My religion, if I say I'm following a religion, my religion must be based on a certain process that I have gone through first. And then I decide that this universe must have a conscious creator. Who is it? What is it? What is it saying to me? Why does it create this? Let me understand the universe again. Try to understand why is it created. You cannot speak to the creator. Creator says, okay, I'm telling my ideas through my action. You have to decipher the creation and try to understand what the wisdom of the creator is, where? In the creation. So this way so the people can tell.
So how do you define religion in this context?
Later on. It means not today, but first we have to be a human being.
This is not the classical tradition.
Sorry?
This is not the classical definition of
None of my business, classical or modern. Be a human being. We have to understand this. We have to understand the reality of this world and myself. I shouldn't just jump into any conclusion whether I am a religious, I am atheist, or whatever. But I have to use my human qualities. Come to the world, look at the world, and see that it is meaningful or not. If it is meaningful, try to understand, try to find out the source of the meaning. Then, if you find that this universe must be referring to a certain meaning and communicating with me, we have to question who is communicating with me. The creator of the universe is communicating. Whoever made it, I don't know. I don't call him God, anything. Whoever made it, he's communicating with me. And then through this communication, you understand that this universe has a conscious creator. And there is a purpose in its existence. And my ability to communicate with the universe must have a purpose as well. So, what is the purpose? Then you will find that some people, whether genuine or fake, I don't care, false, I don't care. Some people say, I have received some message from the creator of this universe, telling us or telling me to convey the message to you about the purpose of the universe. That is wisdom. And I have to check. Now again, don't jump. Oh, this man said that he has received some message. Don't jump. Whether this message is compatible with the message I get from the universe. Because this man says I am employed by creator of this universe. Then if you find it compatible, then that became your religion. Only that. If you have not, if you, I and you or we have not gone through this process and come to the religion, if I find myself following a religion, I am sorry, it's not religion. It's a strategy. It's your culture.
And you can only find the compatibility if you have developed something within yourself. Otherwise, you'll say, oh, then you'll follow anybody who's like presenting something to you. But if you have not gone through interacting with, like you're saying, the matter itself does not have the capacity to communicate something. It's us. We question. We're like, okay, what is it doing here? Or
Sorry.
so yes. So yes. So without establishing any fundamentals in ourselves, we cannot take in something that's presented by someone and then internalize it.
So, yeah, it means adopting a religion without going through these first processes is not religion, it's culture. It means you like, for example, let's say the Chinese way of life is exciting, exotic. So you want to learn how the Chinese live, how the Chinese make sense of their being, family structure. They have a very strong family relationship. So you love it and you follow Chinese tradition. It's not different from your religion. It means that's your religion in the common sense. But if we go through this process first as a human being, questioning the universe, the existence of the universe, and then finding it meaningful and purposeful, and then say, what is the meaning? How come that it has meaning? The particles cannot produce meaning, cannot aim any meaningful
So I'm the one who is communicating with the particle. I should be using my qualities and say, where is this coming from? Or like the universe itself does not communicate. If I am a conscious being, then.
But the universe is also transferring the message to you because it is meaningful.
Transferring the message.
Yeah. It is meaningful. The universe is meaningful. So you are the one who is interpreting the meaning. You are not really giving it to a meaning. You are interpreters. We human beings are interpreters of the meaning in the creation, in the universe, in the being.
But I'm getting the meaning through another, I don't know, some external source.
Now,
Because
as a human being,
this is dead for me. For example, if I look at this brownie,
that's your ability. That you are using your ability. First, you have to decide about the nature of the existence of the external universe. If you say that this universe looks like a meaningful book, everything is full of wisdom, full of purpose, and accordingly, they are communicating with me. The universe is communicating with me. And then you can question your own ability to communicate with the universe. Where did I get these things that I can understand their meaning? For example, if you put a trap on a mouse, and then to catch the mouse and put some cheese on the trap, mouse always comes and sees the cheese that was something to eat. No, it never says that, why is it there? Why is it there? What is the purpose there? Because the mouse has not really, hasn't got the quality to question, to reason. So, but if you are a human being and come here and find the cheese on the desk or on the table, Who put it there? Why is it there? So, by mistake, it's a, yeah. So that, or this one? Yeah. No, on the top, from the top. Yeah. So we understand, although we don't, we cannot guarantee that what we are deducing the meaning from the creation is correct or not. No one can guarantee that. But at the same time, we understand that the matter itself, even the plants, even the animals, do not really deduce the meaning from the universe. But I can. But I don't know what the mass think. None of my business. What he? None of my business. But I know that it never questions the location, the reason of the existence of something. It never questions. But as a human being, I do question. So I have to use it. So you can question the existence of the power or power of questioning. Where did I get it? So you start reading yourself as a book as well, not only the book, but not the creator.
The universe is like a tool, and everything inside the universe are tools for me too.
Yeah, you are also encoded or potentially endowed with the ability to communicate with the universe. So you know that I am made like this as well. So start communicating with the universe through given abilities, and then you say, what is going on in this universe? You said there must be a purpose of the existence of this universe, and start searching. So you found some people, you find it then, some people saying that, the creator of this universe spoke to me, told me why we are here. We don't know who they are. They may be, just false people claiming that, maybe lunatics, maybe truly we don't know. How can you check? How can you check? Yeah.
Be strong.
Never forget that. Religion, God's revelation, speech, cannot contradict God's action. It means, if someone says, I have received a message from God, which means, by definition, from the creator of this universe, from your creator. By definition, God means the creator of the universe. So, okay, let me see what you are saying. And you can verify the authenticity of the claim by using the universe and yourself. There is no other way. You cannot verify because somebody told you that your religion is the best religion. That seems very simplistic, and it's not human. So you have to use we have to use our abilities to confirm whether this source or this person is really employed by the creator of the universe. Does it make sense? Can I see the compatibility between the word that he transfers to me and the action that I can experience and see? Then religion starts in your life. Only then the religion starts in your life. That is a little bit repetitive, but we have to understand that when the Quran says whoever is given wisdom means, have you studied and used your human qualities to reach this stage? This stage. Then you got the wisdom. If you just blindly follow any religious tradition, this is not wisdom. This is not human wisdom. It is just blind following some culture. Maybe religious culture, maybe it's not related to any religion. Doesn't matter.
How do we present religion to children?
Oh, this is a different subject. We are trying to present religion to parents first. then the parents will learn and teach their children according to their capacity. If the parents don't know
What if
themselves,
what if they know? Like,
what do they know? If they knew, they would know how to teach their religion to children. The problem is
children
parents don't know.
have limited abilities to think
No,
about.
Of course, you
certain
know that.
things.
You know that.
Do you tell them we follow this and this,
No.
or you wait till they are?
No.
Mature
It's
enough.
very practical. We don't speak that simple. It's the we need to take a pedagogy course about it. It's not simple. No, but we have to learn first ourselves. We love, sending our children to the church or local religious schools and teach them our religion. I'm busy. He doesn't know himself.
Do we tell the children we are Muslims or we are
It's
whatever?
very practical. No, it's very practical. We must have the fundamentals first of teaching. No, we are just trying to educate ourselves first. You are asking a very practical question which has no base.
But some people don't have that much time.
Yeah, like
Sorry?
Zainab.
They need to on behalf of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, some people have
Can you give us a hint?
their babies, but they can only understand and apply as much as they know, not more than themselves. By ordering somebody else to teach something to my children, etc., is not human.
Like Sunday school, you mean?
I don't know everything. You have to teach yourself.
Then
No,
teach
it
the
is-
children,
Sorry?
teach myself, then teach my children.
You have to teach the grown-ups first.
What
You can't teach what you do not know.
No,
okay,
that's-
what if I know it? And
Okay, why do you ask me then?
your
if you know?
halakha is doing very well with me and I'm having a kid.
Okay, that's what you are learning. And you are
Yeah,
learning.
inshallah,
And you are learning.
one day.
It means you are learning.
But how do we present this?
When you learn, you know how to
I
present it.
don't know
You
how.
are asking a very classical, it became a classical mistake among the religious people.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't want to do my
because-
parents' mistake again
Sorry?
with my children.
Because if you don't know mathematics, how do you ask me a question? How can I teach the mathematics to primary school or preschool children? If you don't know mathematics, of course you don't know. If you know it, you will know how to teach the preschool, primary school, or middle school, or I don't know, college students. You have to know the mathematics first in order to teach it. So rather than having a Sunday school for children, we have to have 7 days, not Sundays, 7 days school for grown-ups, adults. I think so. There's no easy way. So our subject is completely different. This is a very practical question that the people want to run away or get rid of the responsibility for themselves. Without learning themselves, they want to teach others or their generation. So, for example, even if you send your children to the Sunday school, they learn something in Sunday school. When they come home, the rest of the 6 days of the week, they learn from you and see the contradiction. Usually the case. So the religion is something alive. Religion is not, in the military barracks, every room has an instruction or, at the back of the door, when you close the door, directions or instructions. In case of fire, do this, do this, do this. Welcome. So we turned religion into instruction codes. And when my child is taught this instruction, the codes, I think that, okay, my child has learned religion. I paid for it as well. It's not religion. Religion is a life. Religion is not only codifications. Religion is the way of your existence, your life, the meaning of yourself. So we have to question everything from scratch. The institution, there should be an institution, but the institutions first must teach the family life so that when the child learns something in a formal way, he will practice it in the family. Unfortunately, our family life, almost certain actions, apart from certain rituals, have no religion. The meaning of religion is not in our life. Only rituals are in our life. Yeah. And when he comes to the house, of course, even he learns in the school, either causes problem in the family because he says, what are you doing? Your life is meaningless. And the parents say, look, who are you, man? Just we learned a few things in school and now coming and teaching me I'm your father. It is comedy to me. This whole education system is comedy, not life training, life educating. It's external information. That's called religious education, external information. And maybe certain rules are imposed on the kid. I'm hoping that they will get used to it. Yeah, every day I have to make them pray in the morning, noon, etc. And hoping that after this instruction, because they have to work, it is in the program. So let's say the course starts at 8 o'clock and then 12, it finishes, and 12, all together we pray together. Okay? It's an instruction. So the parents hoping that, of course, my children are learning some practical, it is religion, whatever the religion is. The parent is following, is learning the religion, learning religion. But this is just imposing the rituals. But I'm not saying that the people never teach what the reality is, but usually the education system is divorced, completely separated from real life. The religious education system became only knowledge gathering, collecting information. It's not education. The real education is really practically living what you learn in your whole life. Your worldview must be based on it. So before we started this subject, so when we say the wisdom of the Quran, it means the revelation presents to me how the life must be. How life must be. Revelation teaches me. And the opposite is in the language of the, the opposite is philosophy. The book says philosophy. Philosophy means, okay, that's the kind of repetition for the one who can lead it right. But, okay.
As if there was no doubt, there was doubt.
So, philosophy means any world view which takes this universe in and of itself, existing by itself. Here it is. I see it. I see that there's a tree there, but the birds are flying. Okay, the clouds, it's windy, not windy. There's sun and the wind is coming, and the earth is revolving. That's it. Is there any meaning in it? What do you mean by meaning? That's what it is. That's philosophy. Not looking and searching for the meaning of existence. That's philosophy. So human mind, if the human mind closes itself to the meaning that the universe refers to, but not itself, the universe itself. Of course, the maker of the universe has arranged the universe in a way that it always broadcasts meaning, messages from itself. Somebody says, no, I'm not going to use it. This is the radio or the television, okay? I'm going to use the television only. But something is broadcasted through it and it transmits it to your understanding. You said, no, I don't see any broadcast. And starts to use the television, the machine itself, and utilize it for himself until he dies. And he says, that is how my life reality is. But this is a machine which transmits the broadcasting to you. It's meaningful. The existence of the stars are meaningful. Existence of the elements are meaningful. Particles are meaningful. Living beings are meaningful. Everything is meaningful. You said, what do you mean by meaningful? I am trying to utilize them to make my life more comfortable. It means they call it, high standard living or upgrading my life standard.
I don't see the difference between your definition of philosophy and the wisdom of the Quran. I mean, I just quickly Googled what philosophy is. And the definition I get is, it's the study of general and fundamental problems such as those connected with reality, existence, and knowledge. So it seems to me that the Quran does present a philosophical approach to understanding the world, but there is an added element of seeing the creator, like of surrendering to the fact that there is a creator, whereas philosophy doesn't have that element of surrendering.
Okay, not only surrendering. I'm saying what this author means when he says, when he compares the wisdom of the Quran and the wisdom of philosophy, not the definition of the philosophy that we said at the beginning. We said, we are not talking any philosophical school. We are not talking any philosophers. We are just conceptualizing the stand of the people. One is represented by the Prophet, which is, as a Muslim, the Quran. If you are not a Muslim, like whatever, the scripture you have is related to God's speech. And the other is just the opposite. We are not talking about, we are not really defining religion. We are not defining philosophy. We are defining what the author meant when he uses philosophy, the word philosophy. Because author studies always, as it is the methodology of the Quran, in black and white terms. It means you accept that this word is created and meaningful, and the creator of the universe is communicating with you through the act of creation, and also supporting this communication by word as well, wording, speech. Okay, that is one side, perfect understanding of the universe. The other side is completely opposite. There is no meaning at all. Yep. And the universe is for itself. It doesn't convey anything to me. I have to try to utilize it as much as possible from the universe.
And that's philosophy.
In this book. Yeah, not the dictionary definition, or I don't know, maybe disciplinary definition of philosophy. No, we are not talking about discipline. We are not talking about any philosophy theory. So it says a comparison, the second principle, yeah?
A comparison between the moral training, the wisdom of the all-wise Quran, gives to personal life and what philosophy and science teach.
It's a comparison, eh? It's a comparison now. As far as the definition is concerned, definition of the book is sex. Yeah. But we have to pay attention that he is just concentrating on the personal life. As far as the personal life is, what does the, if you like, revelation, God's speech, teach me, as far as my personal life is concerned, what the opposite of religion. Yeah, not necessarily that we know, again, I need to, that's what we have been really spending a lot of time on it, the definition of philosophy. But what the opposite of religion? If you don't pay no attention whatsoever to the God's guidance and that the universe has a meaning, and communicate with the universe, because everybody is living in the universe and they communicate with the universe. Normally, like you and me, there's no difference. So, which kind of wisdom, which kind of value, teachings they have? Black and white. No, there are some philosophers who really mix up or benefit from. No. We are just talking about abstract notions. Okay.
Before I go on reading this, I want to ask you, what is the opposite of religion? Science?
No, okay, not technical word. But the religion and science means studying the universe, having no intention whatsoever that this universe has some meaning. No, that is what the definition is. Not the science that we talk about when scientists, certain philosophical schools. No.
Thank you.
We may say atheistic understanding of universe, but again, it is the title again. We shouldn't take the title.
Oh, I thought it might be a materialist approach.
But you have to know that we are not talking about a certain school
Right.
or traditional
The
or
label doesn't
doctrine.
matter.
No,
Okay.
Indian.
The sincere student of philosophy is a pharaoh, but he is a contemptible pharaoh who worships the base thing for the sake of benefit. He recognizes everything from which he can profit as his Lord.
Now, sorry?
That's
Scary.
Okay. Now, can anybody elaborate on this sentence? Why a sincere student of philosophy, but not a little bit doubtful, mixing, and sometimes saying that, oh, the creation or my existence may have a meaning, something. No. Sincere is pure. Pure, let's call it materialist, atheist man doesn't have to be a bad man, but that is the person's worldview. We are not talking about a certain people. No, certain person, anything. No, what we should understand from it, that if you pay no attention to the meaning of the universe that it refers to, it is a creator, there is a purpose in its existence, etc. If you just take this universe as it is, and this man says, then you have to be in this position. But in reality, we can say that no one in the world is pure atheist, although they may, for example, defend an atheist philosophy, saying, even they may say, I am an atheist on TV screen, they may still have some other virtues. So, and also, no one can say that I am a pure follower of a religion. I never give any damn to any atheistic philosophy or understanding. It is impossible because as soon as we get out of this place, we forget about most of the things and start communicating with the world as if, there's no creator, although consciously we are not denying it, but communicating with the world for the sake of their own being. Never thinking that, what does it mean? What is the meaning in its existence? Which kind of message I should get from it? So, practically speaking, no one falls into these two groups, practically. Purely, that's why I found the word sincere. Student of philosophy. Pure. It means we are talking only by definition, not practical. So it's a pharaoh, he says. Why? What do you mean by pharaoh? Pharaoh means I am my own Lord. It means I own myself. Okay? So I'm here to extend my own life. Even I take care of others for myself. Yeah? But look, we said at the very beginning, and most of you were not here. Were you? So this person, the student of philosophy, since the student of philosophy, sees the universe as a closed box and nothing exists apart from this. Closed box. I have to solve the problem within the box itself. And I have to see I may see the relationship between the elements in the box, right? But I don't know. Okay, with the relationship between the elements, connections with the elements within the box, but I don't see any meaning, the conscious purpose thing. What I do it, what is the benefit for me? Right? That is the reason why this attitude makes this person a pharaoh. Pharaoh, of course, historically and traditionally, Torah teaches us what pharaoh is. Qur'an teaches us what pharaoh is. Kill the people, etc. But these are all really, really symbolic. If anything challenges its benefit, its authority, its position in the universe, this person is ready to kill every baby. It is possible challenge. Now, it must be my own benefit. Everything must be for my own benefit. Even the Pharaoh said, okay, you are my subjects. You can benefit from my land. I am giving the land to you to benefit. I think the Egyptians are very familiar with this. This is
You still are.
they're still giving the benefit. But they say, look, I am the best ruler. Everybody should admire me. Don't forget, the universe is a closed box. No reference to anything. No owner, no meaning referring to anything other than itself. That's the definition of a closed box, which means, what is this? It's a pencil. What is the pencil? Pencil is this. You see? You see the circulation, right? What is the pencil? This is the pencil. What is it? It is a pencil. Now, that is the definition. So if we have this kind of worldview, then we are pharaohs, helping millions of people, giving them land to them to use in order to
benefit your own ego.
ego, satisfy that I am a good man.
However,
I am the best ruler.
I feel that Pharaoh is innocent because to him it makes sense. The world he's around, fine, he's I mean, he don't see anything beyond, like he cannot connect
Of
to
the
the eternal source, so, and he's yet helping others.
Because the
Benefit from
mistake
it,
is, the mistake does not lie in helping people, letting them use the land and give the, of course, tax to them. Yeah, and that's something else. But oh, you know, I'm letting you use my land, letting you use my land. Yeah, the mistake is not there. The mistake is seeing the universe as a closed box, meaningless, doesn't have an owner, no communication. Okay, not turning the TV machine on and trying to get the broadcasting. No, I am using the machine as it is and benefiting from the pieces. No meaning. I mean, the broadcasting is the meaning. Because when you see a, I don't know which kind of flower is it?
Okay, orchid.
Sorry?
Orchid.
Orchid. It's a very precious one. Is it a real one or
No.
plastic? Okay, represents the real one. Okay, let's assume that's a real one. Because last week also it was fresh, and this week it's fresh. No one is taking care of it. I said it looks like real. Let's assume that's real. So it's beautiful. I like it. I put it in my own. Yeah. Why is it beautiful? How come that it became beautiful? I found orchid is attractive to me. I can have it if I can. Yeah. You don't have to steal to be a bad man. Yeah. You go to the shop or market or whatever the store and pay it and get it. But you don't see that that is a message bearer from its maker. That's a closed box. All right? Orchid is there. I am here. I love it. It's beautiful according to me. I prefer it. That's it. And I don't have to be a bad man. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to share with anybody else. You really can share. You can give it to somebody as a present. Doesn't matter. But the problem is seeing it as the one itself is satisfying me. Nothing to do with the meaning it refers to. That is the difference between, the comparison will come. Now the sincere student of philosophy is a pharaoh, it says, who worships the basest thing for the sake of benefit. What worshipping means doesn't go in front of the orchid and bows down and say that you are my God. No. No one is expected to do that. You are the one I get satisfaction from. That's worship. Thinking or assuming that it's beautiful itself is worship. You don't have to go to a church or mosque to do something, to worship. Your worldview, your attitude towards the creation may be worship in the things themselves, or, very simple, although we have not come there, the Creator is communicating to you, you are thankful to the Creator of the work. That's so simple thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to say in answer to this question, I thought you were going to say something else, actually. I thought you were going to say, she said, I think the Pharaoh is innocent. I thought you were going to say that he is actually being very dishonest. Because when he gives the land to the people, or yes, it's for the benefit of his, so basically he's attributing that feeling of wanting to help the people and the existence of the people and everything as being his, and that what makes him Pharaoh. It's a bad attitude, not because he's trying to benefit himself, which is, I guess, everybody is created to be, but it's because he attributes that feeling as being his. It's my my feeling, it's my humanity, it's my willingness to help others, to give the flower as a present. And that's where, because you did tell us that before, so I thought you were going to say that. It's not innocent at all. In fact, it's a most dishonest attitude.
So we are not talking about the Egyptian pharaohs, eh? Ramses II. No.
Are there any other kinds of
pharaohs? Now, but this is of course, the author. The aim of the author is if you like, plays double role. One is to teach us which kind of worldview we have to establish. The other one is that the side, but one of the main purpose, how to understand the symbolic teachings of the Quran. When the Quran says, Pharaoh did this, killed all the babies, etc. Wow, what a horrible man. And this man says here, hints here, excuse me, you may be a pharaoh. You don't have to kill a baby. Yeah? If anything goes against your benefit, you just want to kill it. Yeah. For example, the orchid says, example, I am made in a way that you will love me. Right? So I say, who made you? No. Because if I say who made you, because I will be thankful to the maker. And I find out that the maker of the orchid is the maker of me too. Oh, that's disaster. It means I have to admit that I am made and I have to submit to myself, to my creator. Yeah? Cut off this way of thinking. I don't want to submit myself to anybody. I am the center of my own existence. Yeah? So the author is teaching at the same time how we should read the scripture. Right? Okay. You know what?
I'm a bit confused because in this sentence he uses the Pharaoh as the one that's object of worship, but also the one that is worshipped. So it says in the second part of the sentence that he recognizes everything from which he can profit as his Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
It sounds a bit contradictory.
Where is it? He is a contemptible Pharaoh who worships the basest thing. Even an atom is giving benefit to him because he needs it. So he sees it as the one which supports him or gives benefit to him. So he recognizes everything from which he can profit is his Lord.
Yeah, the Pharaoh, my understanding of Pharaoh is that person that would say he is the object of worship.
Oh, that is the problem. If I see that, it's good. You are being useful. You are really teaching us. If I see that orchid has its own beauty in and of itself, yeah, it means I have my qualities by myself. That is worshipping. That is the dilemma of the, how do you say, of not thinking that this universe has a meaning. Of course, this is the second principle. We studied the first principle about 2 weeks ago, I think. So what was there were two students studying the universe. One of them was saying, I'm studying the things itself. He was a very good engineer, a very good architect, and also is a jeweler, he's a perfect jeweler. But the other one was looking at the meaning, right? So this is the continuation of, seeing the world from two different opposite directions and building up a worldview accordingly. What is the consequence of it? The consequence of this worldviews The second principle is at the personal, individual level. And the third principle, we'll talk about the social level. What is the production of these worldviews? So the first now, individual level, makes the person Pharaoh-like, but is a very contemptible Pharaoh, which means, although he may claim that I own my own qualities, etc., but also I am in need of the orchid. I am in need of your admiration of me. I am in need of your appreciation. Right? If somebody doesn't appreciate him as the center of the authority, what do? They issue a law and get away with it. So what the authorities are, I think Egyptians are very, very familiar with the this kind of administration. No, this dictators, what did they do? Yeah, they issue a law and do it. Yeah, no challenging. Both sides is the same, but we have to understand that you don't have to ask people to come and bow before you, etc. But somebody may do it, but I don't do it. So I am not asking anybody to come and bow before me. But if I do something nice, I expect that appreciate me. Yeah, appreciate me. That expectation, if you like, is in the language of the Quran or the Torah is the same actually. In the language of the scripture is Pharaohic. Is it the right word? Can you use this Pharaohic attitude? It's Pharaohic. It's a little Pharaoh. You don't own the whole country, but you own your house and you own your own room and you own the furniture of your room. Yeah, someone comes, he's coming, and the people, oh, what a nice color. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that is a small Pharaoh. But the nature of the attitude is the same. We are not talking about people. We have to watch out. It is not a simple thing. And especially with this man never teaches anything simple. It's very essential.
But doesn't Allah know?
Doesn't?
Yeah, like
Doesn't
hasn't Allah
what?
created us
Allah.
to? Hasn't our Creator created within us the desire to be appreciated, and also we are told that we should be thankful to God's creation as well. Like if
God's
somebody
creation
like
to be appreciated in the name of
God,
God.
yes.
But
But I should also
But
say,
we said we are in the closed universe.
okay.
So this person is a closed universe by definition. He doesn't say God. He doesn't. It's not God. Is not his concern at all.
But you think, okay, but you just explained that we have Pharaoh, a person. It doesn't have to be Pharaoh. It could be somebody who considers themselves to be religious and conscious of God, can have both
This
Pharaohic qualities if we feel like, okay, you must appreciate me. But it seems like that's within us. That's why we're also told we should say, like, thank you if somebody gives us something.
Okay, but we know that he is created, presented to us by the owner of the universe.
Right, and with that knowledge, then
So
you teach yourself how to be
if we don't refer it and take the appreciative comment on the work I did for myself and be proud of it, that's fair. But say that this is what God, my creator, this ability is given to me by my creator. My creator is great. That's why what we say, for example, if someone says, oh, thank you, you are very kind, you did for me. And this is the tradition in the teachings of the Quran is, astaghfirullah. I seek refuge with God and forgiveness. It means, Lord, do you think, am I going to accept it for myself? It belongs to God. it belongs to God. But of course, we have to be conscious of it. These are all meaningful. So if someone appreciates something, you have to say, all praise belongs to God, not me.
Like if you give someone something, if I give you something and then you say, thank you, then I should say, alhamdulillah, like, mashallah.
Yeah, it's your understanding.
Yeah.
You have to be open. That's why ideally we are talking. Theoretically we are talking. Practically, I may forget it in the evening. I go there, oh, I was very proud today with my performance. Let's say I presented something and everybody applauded me and excited, stood up and I go home there. I was very proud of it. Proud of my performance, my success. It was wrong stuff. That's how I was given. How I was created. All the qualities are given to me. I shouldn't have appropriate them to myself. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Now, you purify yourself. But these are practical. We are not talking about practical side of it. We are just talking about the theory now. Which direction we should take? The direction of the idea that this universe has not an owner, or direction of the idea that this universe has an owner. Everything is prepared by him. The other one says, everything happened by itself. Yeah, I don't know how, but I don't care. It's happened by itself. So we are talking in extreme sense. We always say that when we make the comparison between blank belief and full, blank rejection of belief, atheism, and the most perfect belief in God, this is just the directions. Okay. No one can be really perfectly in one of them.
Okay, I have a question, which is maybe a little disconnected, but so what do we do when we hear that, and you're not gonna like this, but when in the tradition, when it says, none of you will be accepted, whatever, as long as they have an atom's weight of pride. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, I mean, definitely I do that from time to time. So, how does that work? I mean, there seems to be no escape from it almost.
Now we are talking practical. I mean, we cannot get out of practical because we are used to thinking of everything in practical terms. Unfortunately.
We can answer that later.
No. I'm just emphasizing that it's a practical side, and our education system is not such that we can really think abstract terms. That we have to watch out. That the education system is very materialist. So materialist means rather than thinking in abstract terms, you have to really refer to the concrete things. So we have to first learn how to think in abstract terms and then put it into practice. This is a practice you do. So if the religion says, as long as you have an atom's weight of pride, you will never enter paradise. Okay, what does it mean? So we said, don't go. When we talk about paradise or hell, don't go to the next creation thing. We don't know. Not here. The paradise means this is pure, perfect action. So if there is a pride in it, it cannot be pure. It means it cannot be perfectly correct. So take out of it. On the other hand, the same tradition tells if you have a grain of belief or even an atom of belief in your heart, you won't stay in hell. What does it mean? Again, it will be, you will be taken out of hell. What does it mean? Again, in your action, either the paper is really black or white. Okay. If there is a dot on the white paper, it means there is a black dot on the white paper. So try to clean it. It means it is your ultimate aim now. Try to aim at it. even getting a grain of belief in the Creator, and at the end saying that, look, I just lost all my life, but I know that I accept and I submit that this universe is a Creator, really the owner, and made me on purpose. Please forgive me. That cleans that thought there. So at the same time, if the paper, the blank sheet, how is it called? Blank slate, or so the blank slate has a dot. You cannot say that there's nothing. Yes, there is a dot. Try to clean. Be aware. That's a teaching. Okay. Your turn. Do you have any comment? That's one. That's one. The first principle now. 1, 2. Yeah. Yep.
And that irreligious student is obstinate and refractory, but he is wretched together with his obstinacy and accepts everything from which he can profit. I'm sorry, I think I
No.
I'll back up a little. But he is wretched together with his obstinacy and accepts endless abasement for the sake of one pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, we can easily understand this principle if we understand the first one. Now, this person is obstinate. Why is it obstinate? Why this person is really, really recalcitrant? Why? Although his nature, let's put it as he is, right? As he is made, or as he is, always looks for the meaning of every action. Yeah. If you give him a glass, a pair of glasses, he says, "Why did you give it to me?" Yeah, we gave the example of the mouse. So the mouse sees the cheese on the trap, and what does he do? He goes and, oh, there's a cheese here, and I like it. The smell is instinct. So goes and eats it. Human beings are not like this. So he questions, what is it? Is it really good? But how about the expiration date on it? So somebody left it from last year. What happened? There smells, controls, and tries to see whether it is mine or for somebody else. Questions, reasons. That's what we have been given. We are not like a mouse. So if I never use my human abilities, never question my human abilities, never. I said, no, I find this is good, I like it, this is not good, I don't like it. Why don't you question that you like something, you don't like something? Where did you get this idea? So I see that if someone tells me something, for example, this is my pencil, it's a very famous pencil. So this is my pencil. If Jean, you know what, do that. But if you take my pencil away, I say, that's mine. Excuse me, it's mine. Get your own pencil. Or ask for my permission. No. But if someone takes away my property, I become defensive. And I want to own it. And I am taking the property from the universe. I'm not the one asking who owns it. Yeah, who prepared it for me? So I said, I can see, I can hear, I can think, I have these kind of emotions, etc. Where did I get them? Yeah, the first thing, especially during the Christmas, people bring gifts to each other. Okay, they bring them. So they open the box and oh, it's wonderful. Where did you get it? Yeah. The first question is, where did you get it? Thank you very much. Yeah. Where did you get it? When I found the, let's say, orange on the tree, oh, it's wonderful. I'm going to eat it. Where did you get it? How come that the tree produces orange? Can it? Does it have the ability? How come that it exists? so obstinate not to use his own human questioning capacity, and this door is not only closed, shut with an iron bar. Never ask questions, by definition, of course. That's why it has to be obstinate. Otherwise, if there is a small gap or hole, from this hole it starts seeing the message. Light is coming and meaning, and he will start questioning. He won't be in this category anymore. By definition, if I don't use my human qualities to question the existence of anything out there, including myself, but first human beings don't question their own existence. They question why does it exist there, or what does it mean, or external things, and then comes to himself, how about me then? But yeah, that's the process, normal human process. So if I never question that in my action, take it for granted, that particular action itself is wrong action, or as it is described here, the obstinate action.
But like when we're told like giving charity is good and praying is good, and we just do it because we know the benefit, it benefits us.
Yeah.
That's obstinate.
You just fell. I'm sorry. So,
No, it's
but at the same time, the owner, acknowledge the owner, and use yourself just a vehicle. Be conscious of it. Somebody has given it to me, and I have this amount, it's enough for me, there's something more, and there's somebody, I don't think he needs, but maybe time. So, oh, there's a guy here who doesn't have any breakfast. So, so I will share it with him because this is just a trust to me from my Creator, right? That consciousness matters. We had a very interesting discussion, one of the Wednesday discussions. The action is not important. The free will behind the action is important. Yeah, you choose this object or that object. This object may be clean, that object may be dirty. It's not important. Why do you take this? I might have taken the dirty object in order to clean. So taking the dirty object, because I have taken the dirty object or prefer to take the dirty object, does not necessarily make my action dirty. So never in reality, never pay attention primarily to the objects or actions that we are doing. Pay attention primarily to the, if you like, the motivations behind your free will. Why do you do that? But not intention. It is something difficult to understand, but with what consciousness you are doing it, awareness. So if someone says, I'm going to do this so that I will be rewarded because I sacrificed, what did you sacrifice? It's not yours. It means you missed the point.
They have to do it more so as this was a loan to me from Allah and I'm giving it back, but I'm by
not
giving
loan,
it
gift.
It's a gift to me from Allah.
Or
and
trust.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, loan is correct as well, but a loan seems to be, there's a more general word for trust. It's a gift to me,
Right.
but it's not mine. Somebody has given.
I think of loan just because it's like when you give it to the person, then it's like giving it back, like this kind of like this cycle, but it's through giving it to the person, right? Like
Whatever
Okay,
you do
but-
actually,
right.
either give it to the person or not, this much, that much. So somebody, for example, somebody may not have anything and may not give anything, but the matter is not in giving or not giving.
Right.
the matter or the core of the matter is being aware of who you are and who is the owner of you and this property, and do it in his name or not. Sometimes when I said this, there are interesting narrations. Sometimes the Prophet Muhammad used to recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in prayer maybe 20 times. You know, for example, he's going to recite something, so Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then you expect that he's going to say Alif Lam Mim. Again, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, contemplating on in the name of God. In the name of God, man, everything must be done in the name of God. It means really contemplating on the meaning of this, doing something in the name of God, living in the name of God, choosing in the name of God. It needs reconfirmation, reaffirmation, again and again, over and over again. Of course, our rituals are very static. You say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. That's our rituals. Yeah. So you get it. You said the second principle that the philosophy teaches to personal life is this. Yeah. Very obstinate, never gives in in his own attitude. So never submits. Yeah. Everything is for the sake of one pleasure. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to go back to the example where you give the example of the mouse trap and there's cheese in there. But us human beings, obviously, I see the cheese, I would question either do I like it or I don't like it.
Or it's a trap or not.
Yeah.
The question. Even if we have one good example, the second time, no. Okay, we learn.
So these are legitimate feelings to have. I don't like this, I like this.
Yeah.
But as a person, you have to go deeper. If you don't like something, okay, why don't I like this?
Or,
what is the wisdom behind it?
Or why, how come that I like something? I don't like something. Where did I get these feelings?
But it's okay to have preferences.
Sorry?
It is okay to have preferences. For example, I have object A and object B.
But the yeah. Okay, sorry.
So I don't prefer object A, but I prefer object B. And so I choose object B. So, but I'm just stuck with the part where why don't I like object A?
So you have to question that the object A or object B is not, they are not important. Our awareness of being able to choose and where did I get this option or ability, and what does it mean? For me, I'm choosing.
Mm-hmm.
We said, how we practice our free will is not that essential. It becomes later. So the fact that we have free will needs to be thought about.
Dr. Ali, would that be part of the theoretical divine determining and evident divine determining, where whether I like object A or object B my preference for object A or object B is part of the theoretical divine determining, and what I end up choosing is evident divine determining, because that's my free will.
Yeah.
So is that how you would explain that choice that you're making? That why you asked, why do I like object A and not object B? The preference to like object B over A has been given, and that's part of theoretical divine determining.
So,
So you have to acknowledge
that.
Acknowledge that it
Okay.
is given to you.
Okay.
Now today's subject is, are you aware that it is given to you? Don't be obstinate, say that that's my choice. I like it.
Oh, okay, so even the choice is given to me, my
Yeah.
feeling of liking or disliking is given
On
to me, and
them,
then
we have to be aware of them. That while we are using it, we have to be aware of them. So we say, I don't like that. Okay, what does it mean, really? What does it mean to like something or not to like something? So what they mean to me is this is the method that I have to concentrate on. Choosing is not really, I'm not answering to the question, but I'm taking back, don't miss the point. Don't miss the point. Come back to the existential level. Come back to the existential level. And that if you realize that this sense is given to me and it has an owner, then you are free now to use it in his name or deny.
and denying his name. Like,
It means this is mine, I can use it as I want.
I'm sorry?
Then, this is mine, I can use it as I
Or
want.
I could deny that, oh, I'm giving the preference of not liking it. My owner has given me this preference of not liking this. So
As long as you acknowledge the owner, now, but now you, if you like, let's use the terms now used in the religious traditions. The belief category is solved. You acknowledge the owner, really acknowledged that. That's not mine. But misused it. For example, instead of choosing object A, and you said the object A must be chosen, and I have to forgive, for example. I have to be positive to the people, for example. I have to be thankful. I get angry, but I know that the sense is given to me. Now I am making at the level of not belief. Now I am making at the level, making a mistake at the level of action. Action. And the Qur'an repeatedly says, don't worry about your mistakes at the level of action so much, but pay attention to the not making any mistake at all at the level of belief, confirming the truth. Because if you make a mistake at the level of confirming the truth, you are lost. I said, it means you cut off your relationship with your creator. There is no, if you like, power or electricity coming to you anymore. You are disconnected. But as long as you are connected, but still, we get angry, we may do something wrong, we may say, this is good one. So, I know I shouldn't take it, but so appealing. So I may make a mistake in my action. That is subject to asking for forgiveness, repentance. But the belief is not subject to repentance because you are denying the Creator. How can you say that, Creator, I deny you, please forgive me? Yeah? That's contradictory. I denied you. If you denied me, why do you ask me for my forgiveness? So the matter must be established first and foremost on belief base. On belief base. If you like, if you want to teach, who was going to teach her children? If you want to teach the word view to yourself, live accordingly. Word view. So to yourself, it means belief, establish the belief system. How do you see the existence? What does it mean to you? And locate yourself within the existence accordingly. So live accordingly. While you are doing something, you will make a mistake. And if someone says, if your child said, Mom, you said you told me yesterday not to tell a lie but today what did you do to my neighbor? And I say, yeah, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong. You see, the children are innocent, they just spot the mistake, really. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So you understand that it is easy to solve the problem at the action level, which is in religious terminology, amal. It's very. That's why Quran keeps saying that you can ask for forgiveness, but the problem is if you don't solve the belief side of it, or level of it, if you like, belief stage of it, you cannot ask for forgiveness because you don't acknowledge the authority of anybody except you yourself. I did it. I got it finished. I get it finished. Okay, the third. I think let's go further. Okay. Personal life, we are talking about the wisdom of the Quran and wisdom of philosophy gives to the personal life.
And he is abject together with his recalcitrance and shows his abasement by kissing the feet of satanic individuals for the sake of some base benefit.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I think you understood now. Did you understand this sentence? Because we have been going on the fundamentals. Do you have any problem? So, because we have to worship and we have to kiss the feet of everything that benefits me. Even look at it. Some people may say, I have to be a ruler of this country, which means, in fact, everybody in this country, in this room, I need your approval of me. I need your approval of me. I need your approval. It means I'm really kissing your feet, if you like. Abasement. It is a very contentious situation. They need the people to worship them. Let's say I am the king, and there is no object. Nobody. I'm the king of what? So I need the people. Yeah. So like that. In order to exercise my own authority, my own claim, I have to have other things to serve me, and I need. For example, this is something that, let's say, the pencil. I need the pencil. If I don't see the creator, again, closed universe, okay? No meaning. So, I want this pencil. It means I am in need of this pencil itself, right? Itself. So, in order to get it, I have to go and kiss its feet, if you like this. I need to come to it. But if you don't accept that the order of this universe is set in such a way that I can communicate through every action with its creator. With its creator. It means I'm not worshiping the pencil. I need the pencil because I'm created in need of the pencil by my creator, and the pencil has been created by my creator. So with the permission of my creator, I'm getting it. So am I worshiping the pencil? I'm worshiping, I am really, if you like, of course it's a metaphoric way of speaking, kissing not the feet of the pencil, but the feet of the creator of the whole universe. Then you have to ask yourself, which is more human for me? Which is more appropriate to my human nature? Being the worshiper of everything, or being the worshiper of the creator of everything? So you will be an honorable worshiper of the creator in the universe, using the universe in the name of its creator. It seems to be, so what? At the end of the day, we are using the pieces of the universe. All of us, we eat. The pharaoh eats, I eat. Yeah, example. No. The best believer eats, and best atheist also eats. We need food. to eat.
Right.
They seem to be equal. What is the matter? You know, what's the deal that we are talking and making a great meal out of this animal? You will feel, as a human being, as an honorable guest of the Creator in the universe, if you are aware, if you really acknowledge that this universe is a creator and I am his guest here. He is entertaining me, I am the guest. But the other one is a thief. Entered into the house and wants to get an oh, this is like something, let me take this one before anybody sees. They're not being secure in his or her existence. Anytime I may be caught and executed. Okay. It means death comes and and anything I get, of course, the time passes, it is gone. I need another one. I need another one. How about tomorrow? That's why the Quran keeps telling us, you know, those people who wants to pile up the property more and more and on top of each other, never really can get satisfied in their greed, because you never know. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I may need it maybe next year, I mean next century. But you never know. Even if not me, my brother, my child, my generation, my great children may need it. No end, because no security. Because I see the source of the benefit is the object itself. That's horrible. It's not human freedom. You are slaves of the objects. It's not human freedom. So if you really remember, those people who study the Quran, the first revelation, the first verses, chapters or verses, parts of the Quran, emphasizes on what? Have you taken care of the orphan? How did you treat your property as yours or ready to share with others? Yeah? Do you know that? So how about the miskin, how do you say, those abundant one? Abundant beggars, abundant people, helpless people. Have you ever thought of their situation? Because he's the preparation now. And then started, if you really follow the teachings of the Quran, and then goes into this world is transient, everything will be destroyed, nothing is really consistent or not consistent, permanent, everything will be destroyed, and time will come, you will be destroyed as well. And then the second thing comes, the third stage. There is an eternal life. This world is an honor. Don't think that your life belongs to this world only. And then Tawheed. Now you have to worship. You have to think of the sole owner of this universe, and everything is from him. You have to acknowledge it. But it starts from taking care of thinking others, not really saying that these are mine. These are the preparations of the human psychology, if you like. This is not mine. I have to really think of this needy people as well, or the orphans, especially the Quran uses the word orphan a lot. And we think that, but some people that historically, is it that contemporaries of the Prophet, as if half of the population of the city were orphans. No. Orphan means unprotected. All right. For example, you are going on the way, a dog, let's say, or cat. So you can just keep it, or harm. No one can protect it from you. It's an orphan. It's orphan. There's a tree, you are going on the plants there. You can just tread on them, kill them. They're orphan. No, even your child. Yeah, our mom speak to this lady. So your baby will be an orphan. What do you mean? His father is alive. I can take protect. Against your treatment, no one can protect it in this world. They are orphan against you. Right? They are orphan. That's why Quran starts with really taking care of orphan. Taking care of orphan a lot. Because if you really look at the universe, the things are, the objects of the universe seem to be not protected by anyone. You can go and burn the whole forest.
Right.
You can kill animals. If you are powerful enough, you can kill those people under the title of enemy, and get their land, property. But if you think that they don't have a protector, you can get it. It means really, really, not only half of the population of the Meccan people were orphaned. In the eye of the people who don't think that this universe is an owner, everything is an orphan. Everything is an orphan.
So even I, as a human being, if I do not acknowledge that I have an owner or protector, then
You can
I'm
treat
an
yourself,
orphan.
yeah.
An orphan.
So I can do anything I want to my hands, legs, or I don't know, mine. So because this is the point that the Quran starts teaching. We don't. I mean, the most ridiculous thing is to read the scriptures literally and get the dictionary next to it. Horrible. Pay attention to that. Taking Arabic course. So the Quran is here, dictionary is here, grammar books are there, right? So reading the Quran according to grammar books, the rules of the grammar books teach, and the dictionary defines it. Dictionary defines the orphan as the one who has no parents or protector, as a baby or minor, not those
Under
people who are minors.
Under 15.
They are under 15 or 14, 18, whatever, depending on the conditions of the community or the civilization. Now 24. Under 24, your parents has to pay your tuition. It's growing. It's starting from 13, 14, now 24. Anyways, so if you read the Quran with the dictionary definition of the word orphan, it becomes ridiculous. So what I have to do? I have to read the Quran within the objects of the speaker. The objects of the speaker. Why does he speak to me? Then accordingly, I should try to understand and really make sense of the teachings of the Quran. Otherwise, Pharaoh, somebody was a very horrible man, worse than Hitler or Stalin. So this man was really horrible, so he killed everybody, etc. But in the First and Second World War, only a small part of the world. Europe is a very small part of the world. Western Europe is a very small part of the world. Yeah, you know, the land-wise is not larger than Arabian Peninsula. So small. And they expanded the war into Russia, etc. How many millions of people were killed? How many? 60, 70, they don't know. 65 millions? They say something like a huge number between themselves. So the human beings are really worse than Pharaoh. Eh? But the Quran symbolizes it with Pharaoh. Okay, we have to understand, but we don't say that. No, there was no Pharaoh this historical event didn't happen. No. This event happened only once in time and space, and Qur'an uses it as an, actually the Qur'an means really revelation or scripture. Any scripture which is related to God uses this event as an example and universalizes the meaning. That we have to be very careful. You have to use this. I see that those people are missing that. Universalizes the meaning. Not to take a lesson from it. No. Pharaoh is everywhere. No. Yeah, at any time. An orphan is everywhere. I can always really misuse or abuse the orphan, which I have been doing. So let's finish that. I think the time is up. All right. Can you please?
And that irreligious student is conceited and domineering. But since he can find no point of support in his heart, he is an utterly impotent, blustering tyrant. And that
I think that is another thing. Exactly not mine. So it is understood now, because he can find no point of support in his heart, is the key. Because he cannot secure anything for sure for himself, right? But he has to become an arrogant now, a tyrant now, because he cannot really satisfy himself. Because he knows that, this is the typical historical event. Egypt land, the Nile Valley is mine. Okay. How about the other part of Africa? Or how about the other part of Asia? And I have to get it. Why? Because he cannot secure himself. There is no security within himself. He knows that he is perishable. What he wants to do, he has to make up for it. I'm perishable, but I own this. But I own this as well. This belongs to me as well. No end. You have to understand this. If someone does not submit himself to his own Lord, the Creator, he has to be a tyrant. Tyrant means try to get as much as possible, as more as possible. That's why really tyrant looks like typhoons. Not only one company, but the corporation, multinational corporations, and whatever, typhoons. I don't know, typhoon? Tycoon. It means they have branches everywhere in the world. And they don't say, listen, I have just only 60 years to live. Let's assume that they're the best doctors I employ. Okay, not 80, but 90, but 10, 100, 120. There is nobody who lives in the world more than 120 years old. This progress now. Now, stop and think about yourself. It means the greed is the sign that somebody has no security in his life. That is, philosophy, in this sense, never gives security to my existence. The last point now, I think we have to go for more than 12. Huh? Yeah.
And that student is a self-centered seeker of benefit, whose aim and endeavor is to gratify his animal appetites, a crafty egotist who seeks his personal interests within certain nationalist interests.
Now, we understand. Now, my personal interest, they say, don't misunderstand now, not for me, for my country, for my nation. Because they don't feel secure in their own being. They want to try to make up for it in the existence of the new generations,
For humanity.
for humanity. I'm going to die, no answer. I am going to disappear, perish away, no answer. So it doesn't mean that we shouldn't think others. No, it shouldn't be based on the lack of confidence in my own existence. You know, it should say, if I say, these are the creatures of my creator. So these are all, for me, exists, created for me. I have to utilize them, their existence, in order to make my existence meaningful. Yeah, for example, we are here today. Why? Because we want company. I need you, you need me. I need you more. If you didn't come, I wouldn't come. Right? But not because my own egoistic caprices that never unsatisfied, never satisfies. So if I don't really explain to myself that, what am I going to do? I've got a house here, another house in somewhere, another house in somewhere, okay? And I have this property, but it is more than enough. You know, I cannot sell it in two places at once. Yeah, so I can use only one of them. Okay, they say, all right, shall I stop? They can't, because they are looking for security. And the security doesn't reach them within their own egoistic understanding, because it never feels secure in its existence. He says, okay, not for me, for my nation, for my family, for my relatives, for my country, right? So in order to justify, for example, if you really pay attention carefully to the philosophy of the secularist societies, what they say, for country, for honor, for honor of our nation, that they can say, for you, because they say, okay, for me, this is enough for me, you will say. No, they want you to work forever, but without giving you the security in your personal existence. Dispersing your, if you like, interest on other things so that you can be greedy as much as possible. So you can really kill many people under the name or pretext of protecting your country. Although you don't know why you yourself exist. It's a dilemma. It's a big problem. If you really understand why you exist, you understand why he exists as well. Or another person, you call them animal. It's not animal, sorry. Enemy, they also exist. They are also created by your creator. They should have the right to live as well. So why do you play games? Run away from your reality. Excuse me, I think this. Okay, but the question, that's the last question.
I'm wondering if, like, being connected to the creator and being aware of a relationship, it can be possible even if you're pursuing other, like, you can be a multimillionaire, but still being able to establish that relationship, or you can be a beggar. It doesn't matter how many, about the resources you have.
We are turning our approach upside down.
I think it's irrelevant.
No.
It's irrelevant.
So whether, but first, how do you define yourself?
As a creative being?
As a created being, you establish that everything is given to you by the creator of the universe, and you are a guest here, okay? So I'm a guest here, and the host has given me this, okay? Has given me this, so I can share it with everybody. And
Okay.
But first, define yourself. Don't look at the matter from action to your existential decision about your being. So So you can believe and you can hold, you can get even more property than you need personally. But this is not the point. We are not talking about the amount of the property that you are having. Why are you really dispersing your attention, your interest to the others from personal being and saying that for the sake of nation, I'm doing that? Why do you go there? Why do you go there? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go. No, what is the reason? Maybe lack of the confidence in your own existence, or if you have the confidence in your existence as a gift from your creator, and God gave you, for example, let's say your father is very rich and he died and you inherited a lot of money, and with this money you can get a place for us to pay. So you inherited, let's say it's the gift from my creator. What shall I do with it? Gift from my creator. What shall I do with it? And you know what to do. Most of the people who establish an endowment and foundations, because they think that they have more than what they need, share it with the community. That's called waqf. Yeah, share it with the community who are needy. That's very comfortable. It doesn't. No one says that you shouldn't take notice of the national interest or the interest of the other people. Why do you do that? Are you doing it because you are seeing that whatever you are given is a bounty from your creator, or because you are not feeling confident, secure in your own personal existence? That belief comes first. Action follows accordingly. That is very important. We have to repeat it, because in our mind, the understanding of religion is based on action. So we have to reverse it. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.